This is Jack Kelly with the WeCruitr Podcast, and today I want to talk to you about when you're starting to look for a job, or even if you're starting out in your career. Most people will tell you, in fact, you've all been there. You go to a college graduation, and you have this speaker who's some big shot, super successful, very wealthy, maybe a celebrity, and they'll all say this: "My advice to you, young men and women of the future, follow your passion, follow your dreams. That's what you should do." And everyone goes, yay, and it's all feel good, right? It feels great. Yeah, I'm going to follow my passion. I'm going to go after my dreams. Woohoo, this is great. I hate to be the one to tell you, it's really bad advice. It's not good advice at all. Because here's what happened. Let me wind it back. So I know when people say follow your passion, they mean it with the best of intentions. Because they want to feel good about themselves. Hey, look what a great person I am. I'm telling the next generation to follow their heart. Don't be a corporate drone. Do what you want to do. Be who you should be or want to be. All that kind of stuff. Right? Like it's nice. It feels good to hear. It makes you excited. It makes, it empowers you, and it gives you the right to say to your parents, "See, Mom and Dad, you want me to be an accountant, and I don't want to be an accountant. And so this person, hey, Steve Jobs says to be different, follow your passion. Steve Jobs does well. How about you guys? I think he's doing better than you." So it gives you that. So you like my impressions? So it gives you, that was my impression of a whiny young person, I guess. And as I'm talking, so young people, you can say, well, you know what? You sound like a whiny adult, and you would not be wrong. So let's get back on track here. So what happened? So when they say this, they want to be nice. They want to be good, and I think they're well-meaning. I don't blame them. They're trying to help. But here's where the problem comes in. I would say most people and their passions are kind of dumb. That passions that people have are not able to monetize them. Their passions are really kind of hobbies. They're things they like to do. Your passion might be to snowboard. Okay, that's great. But what are the odds you're going to be the most famous snowboarder? I don't think I can even name a famous snowboarder. I think maybe Shaun White, is that the kid's name? That red-headed kid? But who, I think now it's in the Olympics. So, all right, yeah, maybe there's one. So out of one, how many snowboarders are there out there? 5? No, like 1 million snowboarders? So to follow your passion and be a snowboarder, all right, that's great. But can you really make a living at it? If we could only name one, right? And I'm not even sure if I'm naming him, if he's a skier or snowboarder or both. So that's going to be really hard to do. Your passion might be collecting butterflies. Your passion might be Pinterest. It might be painting apples. It could be, you get where I'm coming from. The passions are something you're interested in, you're excited about doing. It could be knitting, crocheting, a certain sport, like me, writing, that I don't really get paid well to do. So, I probably shouldn't pursue, that as a full-time thing. But, or podcasting, which aren't going to pay the bills. So you could do things that you're passionate about. You can engage them for sure. Maybe you could do them as a sideline and make money. But oftentimes, what you're passionate about isn't really the direction. But here's where the direction is. So what I would suggest that you need to do is take an inventory of yourself. And first, find what you're good at. Are you analytical? Are you good with numbers? Are you organized? Well, all right, that's a start. So you want to build on that. Maybe you're good with numbers, and you're analytical, and you're smart, and you're conscientious. So maybe it makes sense to be an accountant or somebody who, would be rewarded for those skills. If you're really good in science, and in school you ace biology and chemistry, and you really want to help people, you know what? Maybe, and you're really brilliant, so maybe you should go into medicine and be a doctor. Do you like arguing with people all the time and fighting with people and always think you're right and love to talk and love to chat and love to, disagree and go back and forth? Maybe, you could be a lawyer. So what you want to do is find what you're good at. And what I would suggest, now it's a podcast so you can't see it, but I'm showing you a picture of 3 concentric circles. One is find what you're good at. And you really be honest with yourself. What are you good at? Like I remember when I was younger, my dad tried to push me into being an accountant, but I'm like borderline like idiot when it comes. And I know that's not a good word to use, but in my case, pretty much holds true. I am not really good with numbers. Now, it could be because he would torture me when we were younger, and he'd take my brother and I, and we would, go to the mall shopping, and when my mom was buying stuff, he would make me do the multiplication tables, division tables, on and on and on, and I think I kind of, was so tortured by it that I just blocked it out. But that's what, so maybe I did have the ability, but he kind of squashed it, and no hard feelings because I have some other great, abilities too. So if I had that ability, all right, it would make sense. But if I don't, why are you going to go into something where you don't have the skills? So you want to try to go to something that you're good at, that you're naturally inclined, because then if you're naturally inclined, you're going to get better and better at it. If you're not naturally inclined to play baseball and you keep trying to play baseball, you could probably be good at it, but I don't know if you're really going to be an all-star. But if you're really naturally gifted and you could just smash a ball out of the ballpark and you could catch and you could throw and it just comes to you naturally and you enjoy it, well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to work harder at it and you're going to get more success and work harder and more success and so on. So if you're naturally inclined for something and you're good at it, then what's going to happen? Chances are you're going to enjoy it, because in school you're going to get A's. Whereas the things you're not good at, you're going to get C's, so you probably won't enjoy it. So you're going to maximize. You want to level up on the things you're good at. So find what you're good at, what you like, what you're naturally inclined, and then build on there. And then once you do that thing, you're going to really like it more because you're good at it and you're successful at it. Also, what you want to do is find what pays well, because now you could be good at something and like it, but there's just no place in the marketplace for you. That you have this talent, this ability, but it doesn't reward. Now, I'm not downplaying or denigrating any profession, right? But let's say you have a lot of empathy, a lot of caring. You want to do good by people. That's fantastic. And then you want to go into social work. That's fantastic. God bless. That's great. However, you have to go in with your eyes open, knowing that's really not going to pay well. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. If you're not okay with it, then that's not good, because then you are following your passion, but you're following it in a way that doesn't have money. So the concentric circles, what you're good at, what you like, and what pays well. And if you draw those, you'll have that epicenter of that touches on everything. So let's say, for the example, let's take a doctor. You're good at chemistry. You're good at biology. I have no idea what else doctors are good at when they do that. You have a bad handwriting, I suppose, and you like cutting people up. So if you have those skills, and you're really super duper smart, and you're able to you love school, so you don't mind going, I don't know, what do you go, like 30 years for school to be a doctor, something crazy like that? So if you're good, then you're naturally inclined. You have that scientific mindset. You enjoy, the stuff you're going to work on, and you have the patience and the ability to do well in school and keep doing well in school, and eventually you'll probably make a nice living doing it. So yeah, so you put it together. So if it's just passion, the odds, you could find a job that pays you really, of course. How many singers are out there? How many basketball players out there? How many others who are good at one thing and they just run with it and they succeed and they do really well? Yes. But they're few. Those are the ones we know their names. But how many millions of others go that same route but don't go anywhere? How many are in American Idol that you never hear of? How many could not even make it to American Idol to advance? So you want to, so having a passion by itself is good, but by itself, the odds are against you. You may like something and enjoy doing something, but you're not really good at it. That's not going to work either. So you could just grind away at doing something. There's so many people, as a recruit I deal with, who do certain things. Let's say, they work really hard in high school, really hard in college, really hard in law school, and they're in, a top law firm, but they really don't like it. They're not excited about it. That's miserable. They're doing well. They're paid a lot of money. Maybe they're making about $200,000, out of law school, but they're miserable and they're unhappy, and they're not going to be able to stay in that profession long because they're miserable, or they're going to spend their whole life being miserable but being wealthy. So you could you kind of have to like what you're doing too. And if you like it, you're going to get better at it. So here's the deal. It's the bottom line is this, in my opinion. The advice to follow your passions is noble. It's nice. It's fine. It makes you feel good, but you're being misled. That's just one piece of it. Yes, if you have a passion, that's fine. But you have to have a passion. You have to enjoy what you do. You have to be good at what you do, and you have to be able to make money at what you do. Then when you have the whole package, then it's really awesome, because then it's really not like working. Like, I enjoy recruiting because I'm good at just schmoozing and talking to people. I enjoy that. But also, I really like listening to people. I love hearing their stories. I really do. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But I like hearing what people do for a living, even in social settings. I'm always curious, what they do, how they make their living, how is their day. It's like I'm a little kid and hearing a story. So I enjoy that. And then also, I'm a competitive person, so I like the game of trying to get the job order, finding people to be interested in the job, getting through the interview process, negotiating, the offer. So I love all those aspects of it, so I have the skills, to speak with people, to listen to people, to have that hustle, to have that drive. So it all kind of puts together. So it's something I'm comfortable with. So, I don't mind waking up in the morning and working. Something like doing this podcast, to me, it's fun. Now, I don't know if I'm going to make money on it or not. I'm trying, I'm starting out. It'd be awesome if I did, because that's something I could do till my old age, just sit in my rocking chair and be like, all right, Sonny, here's what you have to do with your resume. And that would be cool. That'd be awesome, But I know, I have an interest in it. I don't, kind of a passion. I'm still working on it. I'll tell you, after I do about 10 more. Right now I am kind of passionate about it. But I don't know, I do know I'm probably not going to make money on it. So if I was going to do that full time for a living, that's probably a stupid thing for me to do. I probably shouldn't give up my day job. I could do this as a side gig. And I'll leave you with this one thing too. What ends up happening, what I see as a recruiter dealing with people, the ones who really succeed are the ones who have that, intersection of the different Venn diagram circles, where they like what they do, they're fortunate enough to have the skills for what they do, they are, really excited to do it, and they're good at it. And then what happens, it feeds on itself. So because they're good at it, they work harder, and they get rewarded, and they get promotions, and then people like them and want to work with them. They're like, this is great. Then they work harder, and they're more excited about it. So people love working with them. Person comes into the office, they're happy, they're excited. Why? Because they're good at what they do, they're successful, and then people will gravitate toward them, because people gravitate towards successful, happy people. You tend to avoid miserable, loser type of people. And I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying this is a fact. Think of your office. There's a person there. This guy who's cranky and ornery and knows everything, and everything else that everyone has an opinion on is stupid, and it has to be his way. You avoid him. But there's someone there. You sense there's energy, there's drive, there's motivation. Plus, they're smart, and they're good at what they do, and they're very generous with their time and help. You're going to gravitate to that person. So what do you think happens? Those people get promoted, and then they're excited they got promoted, so they can't wait to work harder. So if you find something that you like and you're good at, the passion will come. So it's almost the opposite of what people think. It's finding you're good at, working your ass off at that, then you get better and better and better, and then it becomes your passion, because you're like, this is great. This is so much fun to do. I love doing this. And this could be whether you're a lawyer, doctor, Indian chief, recruiter, you name it, nurse, teacher, because then you're excited, and people notice your excitement, and they notice that you're doing a good job, and they give you, more raises and promotions, and other people want you to work for them, because they see that you have that passion and drive, but that passion wasn't what you started with. Maybe you didn't have that passion, but you just came along the way. So the people at those, college graduations aren't completely wrong, but they're going out backwards. Very rare do you have the passion and then you follow it and you win. More often, you should find what you're good at, what you like doing, get successful at it, keep doing it, get more successful at it, and then you're really passionate about it. And you can be passionate about the dumbest thing. Think about billionaires. Look at the list on Forbes of the billionaires. A lot of them make their money from really boring stuff. Really boring stuff. Like they're making these products you couldn't care about and do these things you couldn't even imagine doing. But they're passionate about why? Because they're filthy rich and on the Forbes 400 list of billionaires. So yeah, you become passionate about it because you're a billionaire, so you're passionate about it. So yeah, bottom line is this. Don't listen to these people who are really rich and successful say, follow your passion, because they're doing it because they're doing what I said. They like what they do. They're good at what they do. And because they like it and good at it, they keep getting better, 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 and better, and they make more money, more money, more money. So then they're passionate about it. And, this way, don't follow your silly hobbies that aren't going to make money like I'm doing here, so I'm completely, contradicting myself because I'm doing all this stuff and probably I'm not going to go anywhere with it. But at least I have a day job. This is something and you can do that. But the other way is just work hard at what you're best. You double down on it. I'm great at X, double down it. Keep working at it, working at it, working at it, working at it, and you're going to be successful. You're going to do well, and success is going to beget more success, and you'll be really, doing well in life and being happy. So I hope that helps for those who are kind of in between with their career, not sure where to go, or what to do, or what direction, or how to, define themselves, or people kind of just starting out and figuring out what do I do, how do I use my skills. So I hope this is helpful, and thank you for listening to WeCruitr Podcast. Speak to you soon. Bye.